Hello, YouTube. Um, this is about a wedding, and I've had like two in 2010, one in 2011, and each time that I have them, I feel this certain urgency to be ready and to be just don't be caught sleeping. I'm trying to keep my my lamp oiled. Um, One thing I can say before I say this, before I talk about this, um, in March, I had a dream about a certain family, like my daughter and, what's going on in her life. But on the flip side of that, get this, there was oil pouring out of the sky, and I began to have a cup. I saw the oil coming, just pouring down, just pouring, and it was really thick. It looked like honey, but really thick oil. And I began to hurry up, and I'm like looking around trying to find a cup. And I hurry up and get this cup, and I feel it, and I put it down, and it's just coming all over my hand. So I go and get another cup, and I put it up there, and it just keeps filling and keep filling. And it's like I couldn't get enough cups to keep filling my cup up with oil. And every time I fill it up with oil, it overflows. And it's like just coming all over my hand, and I'm running around trying to find other cups. Well, I just thought I'd share with you that, because I didn't know what it had to do with my daughter and what's going on in her life. She has certain things that she's dealing with in her life with her situation anyway. But I just thought that it was so wonderful. On the flip side of that, like that was another dream or so. I saw this oil being poured down from above. And I saw it. I dropped that situation, and I hurry up and got the cup, and I said, hey, I'm going to get this oil. And somehow I knew that this oil was good. And I kept getting cups to fill them up with oil. And the oil was so thick and so, it poured like honey, but it was ever flowing. It was flowing very, how can I say, smooth. And it kept flowing, and it just like, oh, you catch it. I had a cup, that one filled up. I get another cup, that one filled up. But I'm trying to explain the best way I can, so this is why you probably hear it repetitiously. But here is my beautiful wedding dream, and I just had to think about it. This dream I had back in January 2011. I had a dream about a wedding, and this isn't the first time. Each time my daughter is in the dream. This is my oldest daughter. Now, this dream setting looked to be a fall season, beautiful fall season. And I'm talking about the leaves are flowing across the ground. It even has the setting of the trees that are red, yellow, and orange. I mean, just beautiful. Even the sky was a setting of fall. It was wonderful. I mean, it was a blessing. It's just gorgeous. So, again, this had a fall season, and I mean, it was in the fall season, and I saw beautiful fall leaves being pushed around by the wind on the ground. The leaves were changing their colors, like the red, oranges, and reddish browns and yellows. I took this as the season the wedding was going to take place. In this dream, I am told to be ready because it is about to take place. And you need to be ready in your position. And it's like a certain urgency and warning, need to be ready. In your position, ready to go. I then saw myself helping my daughter look beautiful for her wedding. And I seen her house that was a surprise pick out by the groom. But what gets me in this now? The bride is me. And I see who was then me helping my daughter is my mother helping me. Wow. I thought that was beautiful. It was like a metaphor of me. As my daughter playing me and my mother. I played my mother and my daughter played me. And then it switched back around to let me know who that was. And in the dream, it was me. So the bride is me, and I see my mother doing the work I was doing for the wedding. That preparing me for the wedding. And I'm looking in the mirror, just amazed how beautiful I was. And my mother and others are running around, making sure I look good for the occasion. Well, I normally have this low self-esteem about myself. Ever since I've had children, I just didn't quite get back to where I started from within the body, within the fleshly body. So, I normally have low self-esteem about how fat I look in my clothing. But not this time. I heard a voice. He was standing next to me, and he was brighter than the sun. He was standing next to me, and it's like a father that stands next to his daughter. And he says, "You look beautiful. You look ravishing." But he told me this body you won't have anymore. He said he put like two of me in the mirror, and the other me, that way I see me with the pudgy stomach, and on the other side as this me with the new body, the way that I like it. And he said, that you right there, that will never be again. You won't have to worry about that anymore. I will give you a new body. And oh gosh, oh Lord, I just was so blessed. I was just so blessed. Even within the vision, I am aware that I am seeing this. So, I mean, that just meant a lot to me. He comforted me and said, you won't have that anymore. You won't have anything. You won't even have to worry about, that stomach. And he showed it the way I look at it. And his very words was, that stomach you always see won't be no more, because I will give you a new one. You'll have a new look and a new body. And he said, this is what it would look like. And I saw the next body on the side of the body in the mirror. And I was like, oh, like this split section, one part here, and then there was another part over here. That's the way it was. This body is flawless, and you will have no more low self-esteem. I got really happy in the dream. Now, it goes back to my daughter, who is happy with the groom. I'm standing by saying that is like happiness forever, eternal happiness, and new home, a groom who provides everything. He gives me everything. He loves me. He just provides everything for me, and he shows me my beautiful home. Then the dream goes back to all of those in the wedding on the front row. Oh, let me show you. Let me describe it. There was this big, beautiful table. And it was like, everything was white. I mean, everything was clean. Everything was beautiful. I mean, just like you go to a big old dinner banquet. Well, I'm sure, you got the royal people getting married right now. And I'm sure that they think that their wedding is just the most beautiful thing on earth. And they should, because they're getting married, right? Well, this was so beautiful to me. This is one of the best weddings and setups that I've ever seen. And it had white, and white could mean clean. Everything was just beautiful, and all the people that was in the wedding, everybody on the front row was in white. And all I kept saying, hurry. Get in your place. Get in your place. And I stood in my place. Be ready. And I kept hearing, like there was a certain urgency, and it was like, I don't know, it was like, you kind of want to make sure that, do I look good? Am I right? Am I ready? So it's kind of like that, I'm standing on the front row. But you know what? There was another thing that I was worried about in there. And I don't know why, but there was something on the side. I seen darkness like behind this row of people who are in the wedding. And all of us on the front row are in white. And so it was like, then the dream goes back to all of those in the wedding on the front row. We're standing at attention facing forward, all in white. And I was in white on this first row. I saw some unclean things that were dark and black directly behind us. But I got away from the darkness and my place on the front row again in pure white. I asked myself while I was seeing this in the dream, wouldn't white represent a virgin in the wedding? I know this dream had to be symbolic because neither daughter have this character of getting ready to get married right now. And they don't have a man of this stature right now. So I know, with me seeing the Spirit of the Lord in the dream and talking to me about those things that I feel insecure about, and him telling me these things won't be anymore. And he's telling me to get ready, and I had this beautiful dress on and this tiara on top, and I had this little well, anyway, the little net that hangs from the tiara. And I was like turned to the side looking at myself in the mirror, and he stood next to me and he says, "This body you won't have anymore. I will give you a new body." Oh, I just can't get enough of saying that over and over. Well, anyway, the wedding is beautiful. And in this dream, I didn't see any other family members. But I saw my husband. He was encouraging me on how I looked. And my mom, and that's it. Very few were in standby. My grandchildren were very vague in this dream, doing what children do when someone is getting ready for a wedding. They're running around and playing, and they're really young, 8 and 9 years old. But when I got ready to go, whew, this is such a blessing. The groom held his hand out, and everybody was in a row, like on a front row, standing, all in white. He held his hand out as if we were going. And in the dream, one way, I woke up. Well, I hope that you're blessed by this dream. Excuse me for getting teary-eyed because it was so beautiful. It was wonderful. And when I saw this in January, I said to myself, whoa, this is getting close. Very close, okay? So just be ready. The groom is going to come soon. I don't know when. No one knows. Not even Jesus, not even angels. Only the Father. No one will know the hour or the time of the day. But I'm telling you to just get ready. It's going to be a beautiful wedding. Our groom awaits. Have a blessed day.